Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be looking at the Cuesta Brothers Rafale pack for DCS, showing you where to download from, where to install it, and then I will show you how to fire up the aircraft. So we'll start off with the download section. So this is where you want to download from. The link will be in the description. I did get a message saying there was an issue in my last video that the link didn't work. I did try it and it worked for me, so I'm not sure what the issue was, but I will attach this one to this video. So what you're going to do is obviously download, so get that into your download folder. Then you're going to want to extract it from your downloads. Go into your save game file, open beta, mods. If you don't have a folder with mods, just create one. Again, if you don't have one with aircraft in it, create one, and then drag the Rafale pack into here, and it's as simple as that. It says good to go. And then next you will need to fire up the simulator. So we'll get that going now. Right, so we're in the sim, and a way to find out if you've successfully installed it or not is to scroll along until you get to the R section. You'll have Rafale pack there, so that you know it's working. Now I'm just going to open a mission up. This is my test mission that I run all my tests on, and you'll see that I've got all 4 variants here. Got the Bravo, Charlie, and 2 versions of the mic. The difference being one's air to ground, one's air to air. A bit like the VSN mods, if you've ever flown those, there's always 2 variants. There's an air to air and an air to ground. Basically because there isn't really an aircraft that shares both of the avionic packages in one aircraft in the Flaming Cliffs 3 module, so they have to take either the A10 or the SU-25 avionics for the air to ground, and for the air to air usually it's the F-15 or the SU-27, but in this case it's the SU-33, because obviously the mic version needs a hook. So that's what's been incorporated into that. Anyway, all 4 variants are started exactly the same, so I'm going to jump into the Bravo variant, just in case you didn't know what these 3 variants were. B variant is a 2-seat precision ground attack, reconnaissance and nuclear strike variant. This single-seater is air-to-air, and it can also perform air-to-ground missions. The mic variant, or Marine, as what the mic stands for, just does everything that the Super Etendards or any of the predecessors did. The mic covers all of that, so obviously intercept, defending the fleet, and obviously engaging ground targets. So just a bulkier, heavier variant of the Charlie. So we'll jump in the Bravo, like I said, and then I will get things started up. But before I do, I will just quickly show you the loadout screen, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, there are no presets, so everything is purely at your discretion. Obviously the outer pylons will be short-range air defense, so you've got both your Sidewinder mic and Papas, you've got your Mica, and you've got your Matramagics as a choice, or if you feel like doing an air display, you've got your Smoke Winders. Ones in from that, you've got air to ground, so you've got your Harms, AS 30Ls, and your Scalps. The Scalp is the Storm Shadow, The Harm and the Storm Shadow both use the Tharles pod on this, which is basically a dressed up version of the Phantasmagoria pod, which is used on the SU-27, SU-25T in the FC3. Flaming Cliffs 3, what is wrong with my words tonight? And the AS-30L is laser guided, so you'd use your TV and laser for that. Bombs, you've got the AAS M250Rs, which that with the GBU 49, I believe, are French variants of laser guided bombs. You've got your anti-personnel bombs here, one with general purpose and one with heat bomblets. Then you've got your normal paveways. You've got a MER2 rack with two Mark 82s, or you can have a single Mark 84, and then you've got the choice of allow 131 pod with your Hydra, or allow 3 pods with different variants of the Hydra, white phosphorus, heat, high explosives, all that good stuff. Then pylon 7 is your pods, your laser targeting pods. So you've got Lightning, Damocles. The Lightning, if you're familiar with this simulator, you'll be familiar with the Lightning pod. The Damocles pod, not really seen that before on this. Just so you know, it's just for aesthetics. They don't move or anything. And then you've got your Tharles pod, which, well, as you can see, there's not really anything there. But yeah, those are what that is the pod, the pylon you'll go to for your air to ground laser guided or anti-radiation weapons. The two pylons either side of the central are air to airs, so you've got your two variants of Sidewinder, the AIM-9 Mike and Papa, and then your Micah, and then you've got the choice of allow 10 pod with 4 Zuni high explosive fragmentation rockets, allow 3 pod with the high explosive Hydra, or allow 61 with the high explosive Hydra. And then on the central you've got the choice of Exocet, which you'll use the Tharles pod for. Same with the Storm Shadow. Bombs, you've got exactly the same as what I've spoken about before. Fuel tank, so you've got the choice of 2. And then obviously you've got your pods again, so you've got your Mercury low light TV pod. So if you're doing operations in poor light, this is the pod that you'll be using to find your target and to designate with. So that's the loadout page pretty much covered. It's slightly different for the single seater, as it can carry Meteor missiles, Sparrows, more air defense armament. Don't know what I'm talking about, just to show you quickly. So you've got the choice of just the Lightning and the Damocles on the Charlie. Air-to-air missiles, so you've got AIM-120s, B and C5s, you've got Sparrow Meteor, which is a real kick-ass missile. The Super 530D, which I'd never even heard of until I put this mod on. Then you've got your Matra Magic 2s again. And again, you've got the extra. The only difference with the Charlie really is there's more choice for air defense than there is air to ground. obviously because you can't have the what was it, the can you have that on here? No, so you can't have any of the Phantasmagoria dress up armament, so you can't have your exocets, and well, obviously because this is basically the fighter variant. But yeah, anyway, those are the loadout screens. Usually you get a preset. There aren't any presets, so edit away, take what you want. Obviously you've got a max gross weight to look out for, so and again you've got your export paint schemes, as well as a couple of home team colour schemes. The Lafayette Squadron here, they are tasked with nuclear strike as well, so that's quite cool. But anyway, I'll jump back into the Bravo and I'll show you how to start it up, and then I'll call it a day for this video. So I'll see you in the cockpit. Right, so we're on the ramp at Cuesta. It's late evening. The sun is casting some lovely shadows and some lovely orange lighting. So we'll just have a little quick walk around. Obviously there was a quick review of it before in the review I did in the last video. As you can see, I've not got it armed, and it's cold, it's dark, and it's not really doing a lot. So you're going to want to set your controls how you want them, what makes you comfortable. But the main ones that you're going to need obviously are your axis and rudder and things like that. So we'll jump in the cockpit, and to bring it to life we're going to need some power. So if you're used to the Flaming Cliffs 3 module, you'll know that to fire up any of the electrics on that, it's right shift and Lima on the keyboard. As you can see, that brings that up. Now we're going to want to bring the MFDs to life. Usually pressing the Lima key will just light up the cockpit, but in this case it brings up all your screens. So if we have a quick look around, so you've got your selection, so we've got air to air and air to ground. For some reason it starts off with the master arm on. That I can't quite fathom. This is your trim. It will tell you how much rudder and elevation trim you've got. I believe these are frequencies. These will be your nav, those are your comms. Obviously none of this is clickable. There's your gear. Ignore the hook because we don't have one. Then down here, what I find really weird is the whole thing shifts. I've never looked inside the real aircraft's cockpit, so I'm not sure if it must be a thing. There's obviously engine management and all your various bits and pieces down here. It's just aesthetic, really, nothing more. Nothing's animated for the control column as of yet. I don't know if it does once it's powered up. I've never really looked at it. If you're wondering how to start it up anyway, all your things are here. All your it's basically a cheat sheet. So APU battery, right shift Lima, day MFD lights Lima, night MFD lights question mark. I've never got that to work. You can change the right MFD page with the right shift and P, so I'll have a quick look at that. So there we go, there's all your engine gauges. So we'll keep that on for the moment because we're going to need that. So we'll get the left engine started. So yeah, if you like, it's exactly the same with your Flaming Cliffs 3. For your left engine, it's right alt and home, and for your right engine is right control and home. So get the right hand engine started. So you've got your green light to let you know that the power's going, your RPM's building up. Temperature should start rising shortly once the fuel flow kicks in. So enough RPM's built up, should kick in around about 25%. No, 30%. Wow, this has a high spool rate. Unless of course this fuel flow gauge isn't working. Oh, there we go. So fuel flow is on, and now we've got temperature. Okay, and we shall get the left hand engine going with right control and home, and let that to do its work. Jump outside quickly and I'll show you the canopy closing, because the ladder retracts as well. So left control and Charlie. There we go. Not perfect, but it is good. And that's still climbing. So anything we're forgetting? We want navigation lights, right control and Lima. And we want taxi lights, so right alt and Lima. So once we go outside now, we have lights on our aircraft, and slime lights or formation lights, or whatever you want to call them. Now let's just have a look quickly. So none of the weapons will really count for me. So left MFD page 3 times. Well, that's master arm. So oh yeah, of course, yeah, it changes, so it shows your compass. You know once master arm is off, because this annoying pitch ladder will appear on your HUD. That's why I fly with master arm on at all times, unless it is absolutely necessary that I need to look at my bearing compass. So other than that, that's everything up and ready to go, so you can taxi out. There's no wheel steering or button to press or anything like that. It's just go out, and this is a simple flight model, so you can't roll it over. So we just go outside quickly and I'll show you the air brakes, which the front canards will shift. As you can see, all the surfaces are moving now. Got nose wheel steering, and go back in, and yep, we've got animated control column. Excellent. So there we go. That's your Rafale Bravo Charlie or Mike now started, and now you can taxi out and do what you want to do. So that'll be the end of this video now. I will do another one showing various armaments. So until then, take care, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.